Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Just Gaming Today. Today, we're going to check out a demo for a game called How Many Dudes. I think this game's pretty cool. I've played a little bit. I went through and played around. I got pretty far. However, the sound was kind of messed up. So I'm going to start again and try and get this right if I can. So let's hit new run, scrap it. Let's have a new run. So essentially, this game's kind of a meme based game where, I think you've probably seen those memes where, um, someone says, oh my gosh, could 100 full grown adult men take on a gorilla? That type of thing. So the game's kind of based on those kind of odd, fights, fights that people set up. So this one, you've got a dude. We're a dude. We got a regular dude. Now you get lots of different dudes, and some of the dudes are special and whatnot, but this is a regular dude. In the very first round, you fight 10 toddlers, so little babies. I don't think you can lose this, so let's go ahead and fight it, and you'll kind of get the idea. It's an auto battler. It's kind of cool. You can watch the health of the enemies up here. You'll see them here where, they've got these little health bars, then they finally go away when they are killed here. So we killed 10 toddlers. We claimed the reward of $100. So now we need more dudes. So basically, we can post flyers to attract new dudes. And we usually get a set of 3 dudes to pick from until basically you stop showing up, I guess, when you max out the number of dudes that you can have. So we've got ninja dudes here, zombie dudes here, and necro dudes. Ninjas become stealthy when they land a critical hit and become invisible enemies for 1 second. It's kind of cool. They're high DPS. They run fast. They have some crit chance, evasion. So they're kind of cool. They got all around things that help them survive and deal damage. Now zombies are tough. Got way more hit points than a necro dude and this ninja. They're undead. They do 20 DPS and run at 13. So they're pretty slow. They do average damage or whatnot. Gain 25% cleave for every unconscious dude. So when one of your dudes are defeated, they don't die. They just fall unconscious. So the zombies actually thrive on that and get bonuses if they have unconscious buddies. Zombie dudes barely have a brain, so they recover from knockouts after only 1 round. Now, when somebody is knocked out, they either I think I actually saw somebody like just recover from a knockout on their own after like 4 or 5 turns. And then there's also this item that will let you, wake up your knocked out dudes early if you like. And it works on multiple ones. And then Skeledude Summer. So 120, 20 DPS and run at 16. It's a little bit faster than a zombie, but not by much. Stats are meh, but they summon a Skeledude at the start of each round. If the Skeledude's defeated, the Necrodude will summon a new Skeledude after 5 seconds. Defeated Skeledudes count as unconscious dudes. So these kind of, pair off of each other and work together. They're both undead, so maybe, if you're doing like an undead run, you can go with those guys. I do like these Necrodudes, so we're going to start with those. Can recruit one. Now I have a necro dude, a normal dude. Now we can choose. So are we going to fight 4 little ducks and 7 toddlers, or 3 mallards and 4 duck-sized horses? So the animals and stuff that you end up fighting are kind of ridiculous a little bit in some ways, and other ones are just kind of normal. With 2 dudes, I think I'm going to do the little fight first and take on the little ducks and the toddlers and see if I can get by these. Again, you got the hit points going down here for the monsters, and then your health is up there too in the green. This is our reward. We end up attracting another necro dude, so we got 2 necro dudes now. So you found a relic stash, but you can only take 1 because you have tiny hands. So 3 choices we have when your dudes are hit by an enemy's cleave attack. They have a 25% chance to curse the attacker, reducing its cleave damage by 25% for 4 seconds. It's pretty specific. I don't know if I'm going to go for that. Start to combat the dude type at the end of your roster. Taunts up to 5 random enemies to attack him for 3 seconds. That could be good if we get like a tank down towards the bottom. When your dude drops below 50% health, they have a 25% chance to recover 10% of their health. This is going to occur once every 5 seconds per dude. So this is kind of cool. I like healing effects. I think I'm going to go with the glass, half full glass there. Another thing to notice is you can move your dudes around. So if you want the regular dudes at the bottom, you can hold it, and then once you get it held, you can bring it back up. And I think that's good. So it's 20 toddlers, 3 mallards, and 3 geese. Let's go with the 6 versus 3. We do have 2. Let's go with this one and see if we can beat up. The geese are pretty brutal, so I don't know. Yeah, we're doing okay. If we can keep that necro dude from going down. Yep, looks like we just got him from being knocked out. All right, so claim reward, we got 3 dudes. We have bard dudes, ghost dudes, and Viking dudes. So the bard dude has every 4 attacks the bard dude plays a song that inspires 4 random dudes, increasing their damage and run speed by 4% for 4 seconds. So it can help everybody out a little bit. Ghost dudes. Each time the ghost dude attacks or takes damage, he has a 10% chance to go ethereal for 1 second, becoming untargetable by enemies. That's really cool. Berserker Rage. Each time the Viking deals damage to an enemy, he has a 5% chance to go berserk, gain 50% attack speed and run speed for 3 seconds. So Viking's a lot of DPS. However, maybe we want to go for like an undead run and do the ghost dude. So let's do the ghost dude here. He can be more of a tank. He doesn't have a ton of hit points, but he's got that untargetable. So that's kind of cool. So now we have some extra undead and a regular dude. We got 13 little ducks, 3 gooses, and 6 tick-sized horses. Let's go with the horses here. The gooses. So here, let's see if we can keep our guys from going down. We do. Like that. All right, so let's claim the reward, 154. We can get a necro dude or a ghost dude. I'm going to get necro dude because I want to summon more skeletons. So here we get the merchant dude arrives. So merchant obviously sells stuff. We have $608 right now. We get a dude juice for free. The dude juice is what I was talking about earlier, where you can revive unconscious dudes. If used in the ranch, which is kind of where we're at when we dismiss this, it's the in-between state between fights. You can revive up to 10 dudes for 1 dude juice. If used during a battle, it revives 5 dudes with 50% HP. So we do get this for free. So let's take that. We can get a meteor for 50. We have 503. So let's look at the knucklebones is the one we passed on for free. So I don't think we're really interested in that one. Ectoplasm, when a ghost dude goes ethereal, he has a 20% chance to immediately heal for 75% of his max HP. That's pretty neat. Let's get that, because I do like the idea of, just healing and keeping yourselves alive. This meteor is a little one-off, castable, clickable item that you can use during a run. Calls down a meteor for 110 damage to all enemies in the location, choosing with its damage increasing each round. Dude struck will be knocked away unharmed. So we can make it bigger by not using it, and then we can, affect a pretty good area when we do use it. So for $50, let's buy it and have that available. Dismiss this. So this is kind of the ranch where you're just in between state. You're choosing what to fight. Let's take on the 13 rats and see if we can get a little extra money there for that. Looks like it's going okay. All right. Let's claim our reward. Between a necrodude and a ghost, I'm just going to keep getting some necrodudes and see if we can get these extra skeledudes fighting for us. So here we have 21 little ducks or 3 goats and 10 horses. It is 53 extra bucks. Let's fight the big things and see how we do. Now, we did have a necrodude go unconscious, so he probably got ganged up on. But only 1 guy unconscious, that's okay. So you can see 3 out of 4 are active, 1 out of 1, 1 out of 1. So here we got cleric dudes. So we don't have an undead choice. So let's look at these. So cleric dudes, every 2 seconds, cleric dude creates a pulse. At the most injured dude, the pulse heals nearby injured dudes for 100% of the cleric's DPS, splitting evenly among them. All right, healer. I like healers. Night dudes. Every 3 seconds, Night Dude taunts up to 5 nearby enemies to focus their attacks on him. Interesting. Every 4 seconds, the General Dude commands a random dude of the type immediately below him on the roster to taunt up to 3 nearby enemies. Now, I haven't used him yet. I've used the Knights and I've used the Clerics before. I think we're going to go with the Clerics and try and maybe use the Ghosts as a tank for the moment. So 4 goats, 6 gooses, similar to what a fight that we had before. I do have a guy down, but really these dude juices you want to use when, multiple guys. You can resurrect up there, or, knock down or revive the 10 guys. So I don't use it on one unless I really think I'm going to have to need that person for the fight. So let's see if we can get by this fight. Worst case scenario, we can use a meteor. Now, if you want to pause and just take a look at something, you can always click on one of these damage clickables and you can, kind of look around and see what's going on. So here we have gotten rid of 2 things so far. It's looking kind of brutal here. I think we'll get through this one, and we do. Now, I might have to use the dude juice because we took a lot of dudes getting knocked out there. I'm gonna take another Skeledude. Necrodude to get the Skeledudes. So we do have a number of guys knocked out. I'm going to go ahead and revive them, just so we have them available. And we don't have any more dude juices. I don't like that. But we don't really have a choice there. So 27 duck-sized horses or 7 mallards and 9 rats. Let's go with the smaller fight and see if we can start squeaking by a few of these. Not too bad. That was pretty easy. Okay, claim reward. So we got Cleric Dude and Necro Dude. I'm going to keep pumping the Necro Dudes. So now we get a choice of a relic again. First restock of Merchant Dude's shop is free each time he appears. Reduce the merchant's cost of pocket dice by 50%. The pocket dice has a 50% chance to not be consumed when used. And all overhealing now grants 20% of the overheal. Let's do that again. All overhealing now grants 25% of the overheal amount as temporary health that lasts for 5 seconds. Again, I like the healing, so let's go with the Ring of Shielding. Now we get some Bottled Lightning. The Bottled Lightning is nice because it's this massive lightning storm that comes down and damages all these enemies at random. It deals up to 1800 damage, and it's kind of splits the damage all over, so it can kind of kill lots of stuff. It's really nice. So 28 rats or 34 little ducks. I think I'm going to fight the rats and see how this goes. I'm going to keep my finger on this meteor just in case I need to use it. So we're a little bit, we did have our cleric go down. I'm not going to use this at the moment. Let's claim the reward. We get a Necro Dude or a Ghost Dude. Let's grab a Ghost Dude, see if we can get some ghosts going up now and see if we can get some tanking going on. Dude Juice is 100. I definitely always buy the Dude Juice, and most of the time I end up restocking if I don't like the relics. Let's do Rage Bait. When a dude takes damage and drops his health below 30%, he gains 100% cleave for 3 seconds. Possess Earn. When any dude gets knocked out, all ghost dudes go ethereal. They also gain 5% increased damage for the rest of the round, stacking up 20 times. Now this is interesting because we have this other item. When a ghost dude goes ethereal, it's 20% he is immediately healed for 75% of his max HP. So it might be a good combo with that. So I think I am going to take the Possessed Earn. We have 182. The health potions are nice, but they don't, I don't know, they're not as nice as you think, because sometimes the damage is very specific and you use it, you just end up healing like one guy. So I'm going to restock and buy another Dude Juice here, so I have another one, and then I'm just going to dismiss and move on. So we have one dude down. I'm going to go ahead and keep him down. Hold on. So we got 4 goats, 6 gooses, and 8 mallards. I am going to go ahead and resurrect him. Only reason being is this round 10 is a tough fight. So let's go with this one. I probably shouldn't have resurrected him, but we're just going to have to figure things out. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can do a big meteor here, show kind of what it is. It does a lot of damage, and you see, a bunch of dudes were knocked out. A bunch of the enemies were knocked out. It helps just kind of, seal the deal there. So we have 2 ghosts, 6 clerics. I'm going to or 6 necro dudes. I'm going to take another ghost and see if we can, kind of get these items working for us. So we got 63 little ducks, 5 gooses, 7 mallards. Let's fight through the little fights and see if we can get a bunch of extra money here. So our regular dude was knocked out. No one else. There also, I turned the sound down because it's very repetitive, and it's kind of annoying to listen to. So I don't want to put everybody through that. I'm going to take the necro dude here. Get a relic stash. So when an enemy is defeated, 3% chance a Skeledude will appear from the underworld. This can only occur once per second. Skeledudes gain 20% toughness and taunt up to 4 nearby enemies to attack them for 4 seconds when they are summoned. When a dude lands after being thrown, he has a 30% chance to instantly recover from being stunned and teleport back to where he was thrown from. I think I'm going to take the Ritual Dagger. I do like, getting extra Skeledudes. So we got 4 dog-sized rats, or 7 goats, or 100 toddlers. The goats kicked my butt last time. $100 is interesting because we can really use this Ritual Dagger by killing them off. Let's do that fight and see if we can just get a whole bunch of Skeledudes. It's only a 3% chance, but it looks like we got an extra one there, extra one there. So even though it's 3% chance, we got a couple of extra Skeledudes out of that. Claim. So we're up to 7. I'm going to take a ghost dude here, kind of work up both. Now those spores are interesting because they do like, I like the spores a little better than the healing potions. Your dudes attune their spirits every second for 3 seconds and their health is redistributed so they all have the same health percentage. So it's kind of nice to just even everything out. Sometimes, you get just certain guys taking lots of damage and you can just, specify this one. So I do like that. So we got 35 mallards or 30 rats. Let's fight the mallards and see how that goes. So we're definitely losing cleric here, but I think, yeah, we didn't. It was just about, or necro dude, we just about lost him. Let's claim that reward. So we get another dude. So we've got bard dudes, samurai dudes, and paladin dudes. And I have tried each of these. We talked about the bard dudes. They basically sing a song to make you better. That samurai has some really impressive stats, but they don't have a lot of hit points. They end up dying really fast from what I've seen. But every 3 seconds, samurai dude dashes to the lowest health enemy on the battlefield and helps finish it off. Someone's kind of nice to just basically finish off kills. Paladin, at the start of the round, the paladin dude blesses 2 random dudes. The blessing reduces damage by 10% and directs 20% of remaining damage to the paladin dude instead. Paladin dude's pretty good. I kind of like that the best out of these 3. So let's go ahead and grab him. He's kind of going to help us stay alive. And we also get a free regular dude. So we got another extra regular dude. We got a paladin dude joining us. 1 wolf and 11 duck-sized horses, or 87 little ducks. Let's fight the 87 little ducks and see if we can get some of this ritual dagger going again. If we need to, we'll go ahead and cast a spell here. I think our paladin's going to die. We'll let him. I think he got knocked out. He may have a little bit of a sliver of life left. Let's get another cleric dude. We haven't had a chance to get an extra one there. Skeledudes deal 40% increased damage and gain 50% increased run. Your dudes have 15% chance when taking damage to heal for 100% of the damage taken if the damage did not bring the dude's HP to 0. It's a really nice one. Bone Axe is really nice too. When a dude takes fatal damage, his 15% chance to survive with 1 hit point become visible for 3 seconds. It's interesting as well. I think with the way we're going to generate Skeledudes, I think I'm going to want to just make them fight better. Here, let's get a dude juice. I always get a dude juice unless there's some really impressive relics that I can't afford otherwise. So smelling salts, dudes get knocked out during a fight. 15% chance to instantly recover with 40% HP. That's really nice. Your dudes, when they attack, they have a 10% chance to heal themselves for 50% of the damage dealt. That's really nice as well. I should go buy both of these. Just a constant chance to heal yourself. You have like a little bit of life leech, basically. Seems pretty good. Smelling salt's good too. I think we're gonna try the false fangs. Have I tried the smelling salts? Let's do false fangs. I'm gonna restock and buy one more dude juice. And I'm gonna go ahead and buy a meteor as well. So I don't have anybody knocked out, it looks like. We're good there. 42 duck-sized horses, or 3 Canada geese, 4 dog-sized rats, and 10 gooses. Let's go with the horses. I think let's go with an easy fight here and see how things go. Or easier fight. Sometimes those easier fights are a little deceiving. I've played like 3 runs of this so far. Some better than others. Ghost dude, cleric dude. Let's get into the cleric dude. Sometimes this easier fight is actually harder. It just depends on how your group is made up from what I've seen. Alpha dog and 33 little ducks, or alpha wolf. Also, they have special abilities you can hover over. Will sometimes seek out low health dudes and leap onto them. Being taunted will override this behavior. So let's fight this one and see if we can get by. We got a lot of little ducks we got to kind of churn through first. Then we got this big wolf that is not easy. So do you have a ghost dude down, a cleric down, and a necro dude down? So he's taking down our guys. He's almost gone, so I think we're okay. If all your guys die, you're just done. The run's over. So you do need to keep guys alive. Paladin and necro dude. I think we're going to go ahead and snag another necro dude and get some more skeleton dudes out with him. Here we've got 5 guys out. I'm going to go ahead and use that and resurrect the 5 guys or revive them. 166 toddlers. Let's fight the toddlers and see if we can generate a bunch of dudes again. So we're up to 9. Regular dudes are taking damage, but we're still alive. All right, that was a very easy fight. He was all that threatened. Do another necro dude, another regular dude. So 23 goats are 88 little ducks. I think I'm gonna go with, let's go with the goats and see if this works out. The goats are pretty tough. They do lots of damage. So let's do redistribute our health. See if we can get through these goats with just a few unconscious. So lost a regular dude and a cleric dude. I think that's okay for as many goats as we were fighting. Let's go ahead and grab another cleric dude. So here we've got a choice of a relic again. So we've got oversized pauldron. The paladin dude's blessings reduces damage taken by 10% and transfers an additional 10% damage to the paladin dude. Start of the combat, all dudes gain 20% increased evasion for 8 seconds. That's pretty nice. Ghost dudes cause an electric ectoplasm explosion when going ethereal, dealing damage to surrounding enemies 100% of their DPS. That's not bad either. All ghosts go ethereal. I'm gonna go ahead and choose this. That all ghosts goes ethereal is pretty good. And just being able to do damage and potentially heal when you go ethereal seems like a good deal. We need more ghost dudes though. We have 4 of them so far. Let's do the big toddler fight and see how that goes. We got a lot of toddlers here, so 272 of them. I don't mind if my regular dudes go unconscious, but the other, dudes that have good stuff, I really don't want them to be unconscious. Okay, let's claim reward. Let's grab a ghost dude. We talked about getting more ghost dudes. Let's grab a dude twos. Rage bait. His damage drops his health below. He gets extra cleave. If a paladin dude takes direct fatal damage, he fully heals, and all paladin dudes gain stacking plus 10% damage and cleave for the rest of the round. It says a 10-second cooldown per paladin dude. That seems pretty good. We only have 1 paladin dude. We only have 3 dude juices. I think I'm gonna skip this. Let's do a restock and let's just dude juice. Battle him is paladin dude's blessing gains 20% increased damage, 30% increased run speed. That's pretty good. And when any dude gets knocked out, all active dudes gain 3% damage for the remainder of the round. This effect can stack up to 10 times. That seems pretty good too, because our skeleton dudes count for that. So I think I'm going to get the brass knuckles and try and increase our DPS a little bit. We seem a little shy on the DPS at the moment. Let's dismiss this. We do have 2 knocked out dudes, so I think we're just going to run with what we have. Now, here we go. So round 20 is a like a boss round here. So I might want to actually revive these guys. Your dudes start apart from each other unless Relic overpowers this effect. We have one horse-sized duck who can emit powerful quack, creating a traveling shockwave that throws dudes in its path. 75 horse size or duck size horses. Um, I am going to regenerate these two guys and let's go into the fight and see how this goes. And with these fights, I go ahead and use some of these powers. I'm going to use a healing potion too. This is generally the worst type of fight. So we got all the little guys done. Now this is big guys left. I think we should be okay on this. Good. So we have a couple guys go knocked out. Not too bad. I'm going to grab a Necro dude here and a free regular dude. So here you found a relic stash again. Frenzy Stone. All dudes gain 1.5% attack speed for every active skeleton dude on the battlefield. That's pretty good because we're going to have like 9 to 10 of them at most of the time. Each time the merchant dude's shop gets stocked, there's a 25% chance he gets charmed into letting you restock the shop for free. Reduce the cooldown of Necro dudes to summon new skeleton dudes by 60%. I think I'm going to go with the Frenzy Stone. Get some extra damage there. We have 3 dudes knocked out. I think we're going to leave them there. And let's do the little ducks fight. We do seem to be doing more damage. That was very fast to get rid of 106 ducks. So I think that stone helped quite a bit. Here we're going to take a ghost dude. Like the paladins, I don't have any problem with them, but the ghost dudes, I have more items for the ghost dudes. So I'm going to go with that. Alpha and 15 keys. Let's go for the higher level. See what we get. We're taking some damage, but we got all the ducks down or geese down, and we're going for the wolf now. The wolf kind of bounces around and kills people off, so you're definitely going to lose, guys. But I don't think he's going to, he's not going to kill all of our dudes. As long as all of your dudes don't die, you're good. Take the skeleton or the necro dude there. Get another bottle of lightning. I like getting that for free. So here's a lot of dudes to take on. So 364 toddlers. I can use the lightning there and kill off a lot of those. I'm a little bit risky now because I have 6 dudes unconscious, but I think I might risk it and fight the toddlers and use the lightning right off the bat. See if I can kill just a bunch of toddlers or at least knock them down so they're ineffective. Yeah, so that helped a lot. I probably didn't need to use the lightning, but just alleviates, having more dudes go unconscious. So another necro dude. So now we have 3 dudes unconscious. So 3 dudes actually got up on their own. So this is what I was talking about. Last time we had 6. So there's some sort of a countdown for dudes to just get up on their own. So that's kind of nice. 6 rams, 3 dog-sized rats. Let's do that one. I haven't done well with these goats. For some reason, they seem to be pretty rough. Yeah, you see, I'm definitely taking a lot of damage from these guys. Hopefully, we're okay. I'm going to hover over this just in case. I think the necro dudes are going to pull us through. Yeah. Man, those goats, something else. All right, so here we've got zombie dudes, night dudes, and Franken dudes. So Franken dudes, we've talked about the zombies and the knights. Franken dudes gain 3% max HP and damage for each unconscious dude. The skeleton dudes count as unconscious. So with these Franken dudes, you can really, pump them up quite a bit. I'm split between the Franken dudes and the zombie dudes. I like both of them. I like the knights too, nothing wrong with that. But we have more undead than the rest. I think let's go with the Franken dudes maybe. This 50% additional target with each attack is pretty nice too. So I think we're going to go with Franken dudes and see if we can make this work for us. We keep the ghost dudes at the bottom for the moment. We're going to buy a dude juice. Got some cash. Oh no, I hit dismiss. Oh gosh, that's not good. I was thinking I'm hitting buy. I think it's odd where they have the dismiss personally. I've done this a number of times. The dismiss is right where I would want the buy button to be. The buy button's actually over here. I kind of looking down, I want the buy button to be right down here and maybe dismiss off to the side, but they have it reversed. I think it would be good if they switched it. if it just wasn't paying attention, ended up doing it. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I keep my money, but it would be good to have a better, selection of stuff active. With 9 dudes out, I can wait till one more dude goes down and get 10 back, but I think this is a pretty good deal to get that. The biggest part of that is losing out on the ability to buy the dude juices really kind of hurts. So I don't know how that's going to impact the run. We're going to stay away from the goats and fight the toddlers. The goats seem to have my number. I'm not really sure why. Hopefully the toddlers don't. So the toddlers look to go down pretty easy. All right, claim the reward. Let's do a Necrodude again. I really want to just build these Necrodudes up. So 4 wolves and 5 honey badgers. Let's do that. The honey badgers have an 80% chance to ignore taunts. It's all right. Let's go for these guys and see how these guys fight. We're taking a lot of damage on our Necrodudes. That kind of stinks. Let's see here. I'm going to use a health potion. Wow, I used all of them. That was interesting. I thought I had more than one health potion, but maybe not. Claim reward. So Necrodude, Cleric Dude. Let's do a Cleric Dude and get some more healing. So with 5 dudes out, I think I'm going to just chance it at the moment. So a lot of bees, gorilla, and goats. I'm staying away from the goats to fight the bees. Hopefully, oh, the bees are doing all kinds of damage. Good grief. All right, so not too bad. Just a lot of damage going down. Necrodude or Cleric. I'm taking Necrodude again. So we get just free stuff. So 2 pocket dice and a 2 juice. I like that. Pocket dice allows some rerolls. I didn't have any pocket dice before, so I can kind of reroll some of the things that come at me. I like that. Here we got 8 dudes out. I am going to use the 2 juice to just get them up. Staying away from the goats again. I don't know what it is about the goats. They're real high DPS. At least for the group that I have together right now. Really like a merchant here soon. I'm going to grab a Frankendude because we only have one. So let's get a Frankendude here. Now, this guy is the Dude Whisperer. He trains up your regular dudes to become other things. So with 4 regular dudes, I can pick which ones I want out of this group here. I don't think there's an ability to re-roll this shop. Let's see what it says. Yeah, so I can't re-roll this one, it doesn't look like, but that's okay, because I think I just want a bunch of Frankendudes, and let's try and get these guys rocking. Get our numbers up there. So that will give us 3 more. Let's go ahead and just do all Frankendudes. Now, your regular dudes go away for 5 rounds as he's training them, but they do come back. Let's dismiss this guy. So we're down 5 regular dudes. Alpha Wolf, 33 duck-sized horses, honey badgers, and rams. I think we're going to go with this one because these rams are kicking my butt. Now, I would like a shop soon because I'd like to restock the dew juices. I only have 2. It's a little scary. Normally by this point, I just try and keep buying dew juices again and again and again. So I feel a little bad about how many we have. Let's do another Necrodude. All right, so we do get the merchant. Let's buy this dew juice and let's click on the correct button this time. Bottle lightnings are really good, so I'm gonna buy that. Let's check these out. Protective Cloak. The Cleric Dude gains 10% increased toughness. His Divine Pulse now applies temp health equal to 25% of the amount healed for 5 seconds. That's really good. Bone Broth. Frankendudes heal for 10% of their max HP whenever a dude gets knocked out. That's pretty good too. I think I'm buying both of these. So I have 218 left. Let's restock and get a dew juice. I'm gonna restock I can't. So 93 I can do a restock, but it's not really that good. Got pocket dice here. I don't think re-rolling is gonna help me because I don't have 100 for the dew juice. So dismiss. We got 4 dew juice. No one's unconscious. We got lightning. All right, so we got a gorilla and 26 geese. I think we're going to go with that and see if we get the extra money. Worst case, we can click on this and have it go. I think I'm okay on this. Yeah. So gorilla went down at a decent rate there. Claim reward. Frankendude. We're gonna have 4 Frankendudes come. Let's get another Frankendude since we have that item for them too. When a dude evades an attack, he gains 10% increased crit chance for 2 seconds. When a ghost dude gets hit for damage beyond 10% of his max HP, the excess damage gets transferred and split between 3 random dudes. Fairy Ring reduces merchant's shop of strange spores by 50%, and while under the effects of strange spores, all dudes receive 100% increased healing from all sources. Not really sure I like any of these, quite honestly. Let's use one of our pocket dice and re-roll here. Okay, so Mana Collector. All dudes gain temporary health equal to 5% of their max HP every 3 seconds. I love that. When a dude's knocked out, you create a toxic gas cloud, dealing damage to 4 times the DPS. That's pretty good. And we've seen these snapback stinkers already. I think I'm going to take this Mana Collector. Again, like health, like temporary health. Seems pretty good. Bunch of duck-sized horses or these big dudes. Let's go with the horses and see. I mean, it's a lot of horses, but I think we should be okay. Yeah. So we're going to have to use the dude juice here. We have quite a few knocked out at this point. But I think that's okay at this point. Let's get a Necro dude here. We get some dude juices. That's really good. And another pocket dice to replace the one we use. So we're up to 6 dude juices. We have 9 guys out, so we are going to use one, get everybody back. Let's fight this big rat fight. 179 rats. Wow. They're going down at a decent rate. And you can see here we're up to 18 Skeledudes, and we don't have that many Necrodudes. So we are generating some off of that dagger, or just resummoning them from when they die. And then those 6 knocked out dudes are really helping my Frankendudes, get pumped up too, which is nice. So here, we only have 1 Paladude, so they seem to be living. So I'm going to take a Paladude just to kind of get another one there. Get a free regular dude and a free dude juice. That's really nice. Here we got 5 guys out. I think we're going to fight the no-go. Oh, we got goats or lots of goats or honey badgers and ram. Let's do the rams. Hopefully we're like the Seahawks and we can get through those. I was watching that Thursday night NFL game, and it was quite entertaining at the end. I was convinced I was just going to turn it off, and then Seattle came back at the end with that funky 2-point play and then a win in overtime. It was really wild. I know I don't, I just randomly talking NFL there, but it was a fun game to watch. Okay, Necrodude, Cleric Dude. I think we're going to take another Necrodude. Again, just having tons of these Skeledudes are going to help pump our Frankendudes up too. Found some spores and a meteor. That's nice. And then our dudes return. So here we get 4 Frankendudes. So we're going to go from 3 to 7. We have 10 dudes knocked out. Now it says blue, so we have more than that. So we're going to go ahead and use that on 10. We're going to save it with just the 2 dudes knocked out. You don't get to choose the dudes you raise back up. I think it's kind of random. That's okay. So here, 4 wolves and 8 rams are 1 stallion and 45 mallards. So the goal of this was to stay away from ducks. So let's fight the horse. Or not ducks, stay away from the goats. So goats and rams seem to just be really bad for us. I don't know why. The animations are quite funny in this game too. I do like the art style. I like the animations. I like this whole, summary screen of what you did. Cleric dude or paladin dude. Let's take another paladin dude. Here, dude juice. Loaded dice. Reduce the merchant cost of pocket dice by 50%. I don't think I'm going to buy a lot of pocket dice. When a cleric dude takes fatal damage, he will recover with full health and set out a divine pulse. 300% increased range and 1000% increased power. Each cleric can do this once per round. That's a yes, please. That's really nice. I'm going to restock, buy another dude juice, Burner phone lets you teleport a group of dudes to a location of your choosing, grants them temporary health, 25% of their max HP that lasts until depleted. I think I want to try and build up dude juices, so I'm going to buy another restock, get the dude juice. Let's dismiss, keep our 57 bucks. We have 7 guys down. Let's go ahead and resurrect them. Oh man, goats. Let's fight the wolves, the honey badgers, and see how this goes. And the geese. The Canadian geese are really nasty creatures. I mean, they're beautiful. They're beautiful birds, but they're really nasty when you're near them. They come after you hissing, and they're not happy if you come too close to them. Let's take another Frankie dude. Let's start pumping these guys up if we can. Get a free regular dude and a free burner phone. So we have quite the selection of stuff to use here. 15 goats and a gorilla are all this selection of fun stuff. We haven't fought feral hogs yet. They gain 20% run speed and 2% attack speed for each creature team type nearby, stacking up to 10 times. They can get pretty nasty. Honey badgers we've seen. Let's fight the big dudes and see how this goes. We can do a meteor if we need to. Let's stop here for a second. And maybe let's do that and just use our $50 meteor here and see if that helps us a little bit. Didn't seem to help too much on this one, but that's okay. You know, it's a demo. It's good to test stuff out. These runs are quite long too, from as you can tell. I mean, I'm talking, but let's grab a ghost dude here. I haven't had a ghost dude in a while. Here, let's do the rats. We got 10 guys down, so let's go ahead and use that. 1 guy's still down. Let's see if we can get through these rats okay. These necro dudes, they seem to go down pretty quickly. I know they have an item that heals because I've used these guys before. Let's get I think we're at 18 of these. Let's do the duck-sized horses or the 3 horses and 6 honey badgers. Let's do just the mass battle here and see how this goes. I do have a lightning. We are getting some guys dying. Let's go ahead and use that. Yeah. That was probably a waste, but it's getting a lot of guys dying. 4 guys here. I think quite a few guys. We're probably still going to have to use a revive here soon. Let's grab another cleric dude since we picked up that big pulsing cleric thing. Now this guy's the business dude. So when he arrives, he'll double your money and you can kind of pick which investment you want to do, the coward package or the baller package. It doubles in 13 rounds. So I'm going to go ahead and invest. Have 6 of the dude things here. So let's use that. Let's fight the rats. See how this goes. Might equalize at some point. Let's equalize. It was interesting. It used up all my mushrooms again. Or the spores. And it did that with the health potions too. I'm wondering if just the number that you have increases the time that it works or something. Because I don't really want to use them all, but it is using them. Let's get another cleric dude there. Dude juice. Let's buy. I don't have a ton of money. I'm going to get that lightning again. So yeah, we'll get our money back doubled here soon enough. But you do start apart from each other unless a relic overpowers this effect. We have 50 dog-sized rats and a bunch of rats. We have 1 dude down. I think we're just going to go at it with this. Let's do the fight. We're going to right off the bat use the lightning and then see if that helps us a little bit. See the cleric pulses going down. Let's move these guys over here so we can kill off some of these rats more effectively. And, you know, they get some temporary hit points and stuff. You see this purple, that's the temporary hit points. When we get through this one, we've got quite a few guys dying. I'm going to have to do a revive, but I think we're okay. Got a lot of dudes knocked out, so our Franken dudes are really buffed up right now. All right, so let's claim their reward. We got Ghost Dude, Cleric Dude. Let's get another Cleric Dude. All right, so oversized pauldrons we looked at before for the Paladin. The Holy Water, Cleric Dude's Divine Pulse gains increased healing on dudes with lower health. The healing increases is equal to the target dude's missing health percentage. Then Ion Storm. Reduce the merchant's cost of bottled lightning by 50%. Bottled lightning is used in the first 3 seconds of combat. It deals 100% increased damage and stuns enemies for 300% longer. That's pretty cool. But again, I think I'm going to take the Holy Water. Grab that and pull up our clerics again. Let's use Dew Juice, and we got 4 down now, so let's skip that for the moment. Big B, 29 goats, or let's fight the ducks. I just don't like the goats, man. It's probably wrong, but I don't like the goats. Kind of cool. Claim reward. Let's grab another Necrodude. I want to get to like 20 Necrodudes, maybe. Maybe more, I don't know, but they seem pretty good because you get those extra Skeledudes. So we just got 4 guys down. Let's fight the bigger dudes and stay away from that mass and see if this goes well. Necrodudes are just dying pretty quickly. I can only revive people here, so I don't think it's really worth it unless I'm just totally gonna get run over. I don't think so. We're down to, we got the badgers out, we got the wolves out. Now we just gotta get the horses. We should be good. And we're probably gonna have to use Dew Juice in between because there's a lot of guys that are down. So claim reward, power dude, cleric dude. Let's get another cleric dude. We get a free dude and some spores. Okay. All right, so we do have no guys knocked out. So let's go ahead and use that. So we got 350 duck-sized horses, or all these dudes. Let's fight the horses, or the duck-sized horses. Let's equalize. I don't know if that's good or not, but just help us through that mass of horses a little bit. 350 of them is a lot, but we did okay. Let's grab a Franken dude. Get those guys rocking. Let's fight the big dudes. I only have 5 dudes down. Let's fight the big ones and see how this goes. No goats, so I'm happy with that. But lots of horses. Not killing stuff really fast, so would like to increase our DPS. Our healing, for all the stuff we have for healing, I think I felt like we should be doing a little better, but maybe that's just, maybe it is working better. I'm just not giving it enough credit. I think we're doing too bad. Let's take another Franken dude. We're talking about more DPS, and you get DPS for each of the unconscious dude. Let's get the Dew Juice. Let's grab a meteor. So Ruby Scepter. Each time a paladin dude blessed target gets knocked out, his remaining blessings get stronger, granting 5% more damage reduction, transferring 5% more damage to the paladin. The Living Will Relic. When a dude gets knocked out during a match, all active dudes heal for 15 hit points. That's really good. Let's get that. Let's restock and grab another Dew Juice. I'm going to restock, grab another Dew Juice. Let's not restock because I can't afford the Dew Juice at that point. So that's okay. Let's dismiss. And I got 9 guys out, so I am going to use one. So 181 mallards or all this conglomeration. Let's fight the mallards. Maybe it's an easier fight for us. You take a lot of damage right off the bat. I just think there's so many of them, you just can't avoid, them sniping somebody. So they got a Franken dude, it looks like, on that one. Ghost dudes or cleric dudes. Let's grab another ghost dude. They tend to be very, very resilient with all of our items. Satan's bees here at 666, or all these things. Let's fight the big ones and see if we can get some extra money here. Plus the other one's Satan bees. Now here, if I had the lightning, I think I would have gone for the bees and just used the lightning. Because it hits so many things, it just does a lot of damage. We're not doing so bad here. A bunch of our necro dudes died. I wish I could keep those guys alive a little better. But it's okay. We're still all right. Let's grab another ghost dude as we talked about. We got 10 Franken dudes. I would like to get to 10 ghost dudes, see if that helps us. We have 9 dudes down. Let's go ahead and use a dude juice. We have 4 left. A lot of little ducks are these guys again. Let's run with the little ducks and see how this goes. Man, our Franken dudes are getting hammered. But it's okay. It looks like we're healing up. Well, we got hammered right off the bat with so many things out there, but nothing died, so that's excellent. Let's grab another ghost dude. I think we'll go with the mallards here, so we can get that extra money again. So many, I think I'm going to use a meteor. Might not need it, but let's use it and see if we can limit our damage here. Love to keep these clerics alive. I don't mind if the regular dudes are down, because they can feed the bonuses for the Franken dudes. Cleric ghost. We have 10 ghosts now. Let's grab another cleric. That'll give us 10 clerics. Here we have 6 regular dudes. What do we want to train up on? Now, here's a good opportunity to just pump these necro dudes into crazy categories here. But I do have enough money. So let's do 4 necro dudes and then 1, 2 Franken dudes. Yeah, let's do it that way. Let's dismiss. We have only a couple of dudes knocked out. Let's fight. Ooh, goats are. Yeah, we're going to do the. Sounds like a much harder fight, but those goats, man, they just kick my butt. So I think we're going to do this and just see how this goes. I don't really have anything that can impact things all that much. I think I'm just going to let this go and see if we can win. The hogs are coming down, so that's good. We do have a couple of necro dudes that are biting it. Hogs look like they're almost done. If we can kill off one of those big horse-sized geese, that would be good too. One of the hogs is just kind of hanging on. One last one. All right. Nice. Claim reward. Ghost dude, necro dude. Let's take another ghost dude. Free stuff. Let's do a dude juice. Buy. I can't buy a relic, but I'm going to do a restock dude juice. Restock dude juice. I'm going to buy a meteor. And be done. We have 5 dudes down. That's okay. Let's fight the rats. See if we can get all these dudes dead. Not terrible. Did lose a few guys here. Some guys are kind of coming back. Okay. I'm not unhappy with that. Claim reward, cleric, or necro dude. Let's just keep pumping the necro dudes to a little bit. The dude type at the end of your roster gains 30% max HP. Now that's an interesting one with the caboose. Do some merchant costs of strange ones. Merchant, yeah, we're gonna take the caboose. These are just merchant deals. So caboose, free dude juice. Now the ghost dudes at the end get 30%. I'm more likely to do the Franken dudes if we can. Yeah, because they're gonna get a lot more hit points out of that. Yeah, let's do that. So here I'm gonna go with the gorillas on the horses. Again, staying away from those things. I'm going to use the dude juice. Staying away from the goats. That seems to be the theme of this particular run. We're around 51. Things are running long here, so I think I might call it after this round here. And then we'll pick up with a part 2. I don't like doing multiple parts per se for a demo, but I did say, these runs can be quite long. I'm trying not to talk a lot, but there's this time here where we're kind of in the fight. So there is time to talk, but the fights just take a fair bit of time. Also, it looks like you can increase the way that, the battles go, but it doesn't really let you. It makes it slower if you click that little times thing down at the bottom. So if ghost dude, necro dude, let's take a ghost dude. We have some necro dudes coming to us. We did get our extra money here. So I think I'm gonna call it there. It does let you save here. So if you click this little arrow back, I think so it'll let you continue your run when you come back next time. Kind of tells you a little bit about your run, what you got going on, and then you can play again. So we'll pick up in part two in the next one. I'm only going to do 2 parts. I don't think this run's going to go farther than the second one, but I don't want to make a 2 hour long video here. Thanks for sticking with me if you stuck with me this far. Like, subscribe. Let me know if you have any comments. Dislike if you want to. And I appreciate everybody. Thanks for stopping by.